I just noticed this weird thing. Whenever I record a video for YouTube, I get all choked up and nervous. I don't know why, but when I record a video for any other platform, I don't get nervous, and it's such a weird thing that happens. So anyway, I'm going to try to get through this script I wrote, and hopefully I don't sound too robotic. We'll see. Let me know and give me feedback because I really need it. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you enjoy gaming and creating art. Or maybe you're just an artist, always trying to find a way to improve. Either way, welcome. Recently, I've been making my way through Ghost of Tsushima. While playing, I've come across some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in a video game. That prompted me to use photo mode, and at first, I was just taking screenshots of areas that I found to be beautiful and wanted to remember. But as I continued, I started to experiment and take notes. This leads me into the title of the video. How can playing a video game improve your artwork? It just sounds crazy. I enjoy gaming to relax and pass the time when I don't have any art to work on, but sometimes, well actually a lot of times, I feel like I'm wasting time gaming when I should be improving with art. But really, I've learned that you need that downtime in your life to help with the creative juices. And when you can get the downtime with something you enjoy like gaming, while also making progress towards something you enjoy like creating art, which in my case is also my business, that's a win-win in my book. Of course, everything in moderation. If all you're doing is gaming, then you really won't be able to absorb that information. A lot of professional artists work to create these games and these scenes for you to enjoy, and they spend a ton of time working on every aspect of them, the color, the lighting, everything. And so it's really a good place for you to learn from. So the next time you're gaming, do this. Pull out a paper and pencil or a device like an iPad and keep it next to you within arm's reach and visible. You're more likely to use it if you can see it and reach it. Keep an eye on potential scenes you could study. Take notes of the color and the lighting, and how does the light scatter through the trees? What sounds do you hear? Are there birds in the distance? Maybe subtle sounds of leaves rustling as the wind glides through them? How does the area you're in make you feel? Are you cozy, scared, hopeful, or happy? Soak in the beauty of the game in front of you, and you will appreciate the game more. You'll also form a greater connection with the art in the video game. But write all of these things down, take notes of them, and take your time, and maybe even keep a small journal of your adventures. This will not only help you enjoy the game more, but it will also help you feel like you're a part of the world. And most of all, you can reflect on these notes, and you'll be taken back to this moment. This will create a stronger connection in your mind, and help you recall the information while creating your own scenes. It also gets you in the habit of asking these questions and thinking about these things whenever you're working on your own art. And when you combine this with your creative ability to make art, something magical will happen. You'll not only step into your artwork more prepared, but you'll also have everything you need to create living, breathing worlds. All you have to do whenever you want to create something is reflect on these questions you asked while you were playing the game. And you'll slowly start to see an image form in your mind, or you'll get ideas. Another powerful way video games can help you improve your art is through photo mode. It might seem like just a fun feature, but if you actually use it to practice composition, it becomes a useful training tool. I sort of realized this in the middle of my play sessions with Ghost. I kept stopping to take photos of these different areas, and slowly I was like, wait a minute, this could actually be so useful for composition training. I started to get a little bit more creative with those, and composition is one of the core foundations of any visual art, whether it's illustration, painting, photography, or film. It's how you guide the viewer's eye and tell a story without words. With photo mode, you get to experiment in real time with all kinds of compositions. The classic rule of thirds, where you place key subjects off center for balance, or centered compositions, which can feel calm, powerful, or even intimidating depending on how you compose it. You can also play with triangular compositions, though that one is a little bit harder with photo mode, though still possible. There's also dynamic or leading lines, or even framing your subject inside of doorways or arches, which is often called a frame within a frame. Dark Souls uses this a lot. There's so much room to experiment. Unlike painting, you can pause the world, rotate the camera, and study every element at your own pace. Over time, you'll start to build an instinct for balance, rhythm, and storytelling just by exploring games in a more intentional way. You can even compare these screenshots with real-world photography, which I recommend. because, you know, not everything in the game is going to be accurate. I mean, a lot of it is not going to be accurate, and a lot of it is going to be stylized. So ask yourself, how does the sunset in Ghost of Tsushima compare to a real sunset? That's just an example, but you want to do that with whatever game you're doing, and you want to compare the different elements, not only the sunset, but the characters, maybe the grass, the trees, the shapes. How did they use the shapes in this game to tell a story or direct your eyes where they wanted them to go? These kind of visual analysis builds your eye, not just for composition, but also for mood, contrast, and storytelling. It's like giving yourself a mini lesson every time you pause the game, or even decide to play a game. And of course, it's worth saying, your growth as an artist depends on more than just practice. Your mental and physical health are just as important. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. I try to make content that I find interesting myself, and I can only hope that you find it interesting as well and can take something from it.